Hey guys, what's up here? It's your boy Yugi Master here, celebrating the 10,000th video view on this channel. I am happy, I'm proud to be where I am right now. I know I'm not too big in the community, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I enjoy having fun and making stuff for you guys. And I've seen a lot of you people, I've seen a few of you guys using some of the decks I've been putting up here, so thank you, and I appreciate all of you guys who happen to make these decks worth me making. So thank you to all you guys. Another thing is there will be a contest soon. Whoever I'll do an actual contest detailed description about it, and we will see just who wins the contest. But for now, let's celebrate 10,000 views with a crazy, insane deck, Gishki Frogs, or Gishki Frog Monarchs. I thought this deck build was pretty crazy, pretty difficult to make entirely, just to get it to combo right, and this deck actually, I like it a lot. And you know what? Maybe I'll just give you guys, maybe I'll be able to do something nice for you guys with this. And I hope you guys enjoy the deck and enjoy the dubstep musical soundtrack in the background. I don't know the artist or the whenever I just picked a random YouTube video that's extremely long and just listening to a dubstep mix soundtrack. It is not mine, so nothing like that. So let's get into deck profile, and also kindly generously make this pretty long so we can so I can explain to you kind of what this deck does and what it does and how it works. So we have double Caius the Shadow Monarch. Caius in this deck is just amazing. There's a few ways to get him out. And when it's tribute summoned, target a card in the field and banish it. And if you do, input 1,000 damage to your opponent equals a dark monster. So if you find up against Dark Worlds, summon Caius, banish that, banish the, what's his face? Why can't I think of his name now? This is so embarrassing. Grapha, that's what it is. Banish that Grapha, get it off the field. I only use 2 Caius. I don't think I need to use more than 2 Caius because this deck uses a lot of power on its own, and it works. It actually works. Definitely I suggest you try this deck. Alright, so next card is 2 Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog is good because when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 frog monster, except Dupe Frog or Frog the Jam from your deck or to the graveyard, or graveyard to your hand. So it will recycle swap frogs to your hand, so you'll get your dupes off. Alright, let's I want to make sure you guys can hear this, but it's not too loud. I think that's good. Alright, so the double Dupe Frog is good because it'll get you your swap frog, it will get you Treeborn. So it's a great searcher for those two. So that this deck has search power. You run triple Gishki Abyss because when summoned you can add a Gishki monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck. So essentially, almost every Gishki monster except Gishki Beast.
It searches the beast.
So this deck has wicked search power, wicked draw power. This deck is just broken. It thins out the deck pretty fast as well. So it's definitely worth the running. Yeah, but you want 3 Abyss because
this will get you
into your Zeal Gigas, which is the main point of the deck is to get Zeal Gigas. And if it lives, you can tribute it for Caius or any of the monarchs. So you got triple Gishki Beast. Now Gishki Beast likes to combo off very well with Gishki Shadow, simply just because of the fact that you can special summon a level 4 lower Gishki monster in your graveyard, special summon it in face-up defense. So you play Gishki Beast, special Shadow, overlay for rank 4. It's pretty broke that way. Then you've got Gishki Vision here. If you ritual summon a water monster, this card is used as the entire tribute for the ritual. Or you can discard this card to add a Gishki ritual monster from the deck. Now that reminds me to explain Gishki Shadow. It also, when you ritual summon a water monster, Gishki Shadow is the entire tribute. You can also discard it to add a Gishki ritual spell card from the deck to your hand. So Shadow will get you your ritual card. Vision can get you your ritual monster. Abyss will get you into Shadow, Vision, or your ritual monster, Zilgigas. So that's the main thing right here. But you want to go for Shadow so you can get Gishki Aquamirror, your spell card. Alright, so now for the Monarchs. You have 2 Kiraz. When it's normal or special summoned, you can destroy up to 2 cards in the field. So Kiraz is broke. Don't let Kiraz go to the graveyard, because if your opponent monster reborns it, then you're gonna lose 2 cards. But Kiraz's effect is when it destroys a card, the controller of that card draws 2 cards. So like, let's say you summon Kiraz and you have some other frogs in the field and you want to get a draw. Like, let's say you have double Treeborn on the field. You special swap frog, tribute swap frog for Kiraz, pop both Treeborn, get 2 draws off it. So you can combo it by destroying your own Treeborns or stuff like that. So Kiraz will combo with that. And then 1 Ryza, when it's tribute summoned, target 1 card in the field and return it to the top of the deck. So Ryza is a super compulse, because it returns it to the deck and then the deck shuffles. So that makes it pretty broke, pretty OP overall. Then you've got triple Ronin Totem. Ronin Totem, you can banish a frog out of the graveyard and special summon Ronin Totem. So it's pretty good. However, Ronin Totem can't be used for a Synchro, so don't be expecting the Synchro summon out of this deck, because that's not what this deck is based on. And then triple Swap Frog. Triple Swap Frog is useful for filling up your graveyard with frogs to banish, and it will thin out your deck. Swap Frog. The point of this deck is to thin out your deck to get the Gishkis into your hand faster, so you can go to the big Gishki plays, but you get the defense of the frogs. Because a frog deck is real defensively, and it will let you get your Monarchs and your Gishkis into hand faster. So this frog engine is actually really broken with this deck. It works really well. And then double Treeborn, that's all you need. You don't really need... I know some frog players use triple Treeborn. I don't think it's necessary. I think only just 2 Treeborn, really, to be honest. And then triple Zealgigas, because Zealgigas is going to be your main OTK. You're basically going to go into like your Caiuses, like you're going to go into your Monarchs to get cards off the field, and then you're going to special... Goddamn touchscreens. They have an HD sense, like every little vibration on the computer causes that pop-up to come up. It's pretty stupid. That triple Zealgigas, you pay 1,000 life points to draw 1 card and reveal it. If it was a Gishki monster, shuffle a card from the field into the deck. So, like, if you absolutely... your opponent has something like back row that they haven't activated when you summon Zealgigas, but you're afraid of what it is, just drop Zealgigas, play it, hopefully you get a Gishki monster, and when you do, shuffle that card into the deck. So it's... Zealgigas gets rid of back row, gets rid of monsters. Zealgigas will get over whatever. That, and it's a 3200 beater. You can't go wrong there. Triple creature swap. Now, creature swap is absolutely amazing with frogs and monarchs, because Like, you special a Treeborn back, your opponent has a big monster, creature swap it, tribute it for one of the monarchs, get rid of your own frog again and attack him directly. I mean, this deck likes to loop. This deck loops with Treeborn. This deck loops. Um, so it's really nice. Foolish to get your Treeborn into the grave, because you always want a Treeborn in the grave, and you don't have to worry about playing any traps in the deck because you have so many ways to just keep the deck. The deck practically is really recyclable. I could say use a Pot of Avarice in the deck, but I haven't run into any situations where I need it yet. I mean, don't expect this deck to get over E-Dragons, but you can OTK against E-Dragons if you just get rid of their, like, if they go Dragasock, send it back. If they go Galaxy Tomahawk to go to the Karakuri, Coaching King, Giant Trainer, whatever the hell it is, Draw Chain. I mean, just try to get rid of those monsters off the field. Go Gigas, attack for OTK. You got your triple Aquamirror, which is a ritual card. It recycles. Aquamirror will recycle itself and a ritual monster. So if they do happen to get rid of one of your Gigases and you lose your Aquamirror, you can add the Gigas back to hand and send the Aquamirror back to the deck, and it is once again searchable via Gishki Shadow. So it kind of recycles itself. And you've got triple salvage to target 2 water monsters with 1500 less attack in your graveyard. Mainly used to recycle your shadow and your vision to keep ritual summoning. This deck is pretty broke. Alright, now for the extra deck. The extra deck is pretty fucking broken, not gonna lie. A lot of times I don't test on my videos, but sometimes it will. If it explains emotion in this situation. Alright, so you've got triple Bahamut Shark. It's a fairly expensive card. It's a $17 card, the highest rarity. But Bahamut Shark, what he does is he will allow you to special summon a rank 3 monster from your extra deck. However, when you do use its effect, Bahamut Shark can't attack this turn, but the other monster can. And Bahamut Shark is a 2600 beater, pretty difficult to get over, especially in this deck, because they'll end up probably going Gachi, boosting it to 3k. So you can't really go wrong with Bahamut Shark, and it's so easy to get into. Play a Gishki Beast, bring Shadow back, instant Bahamut Shark. You've got one Daigusto Phoenix, so like when you have Gachi and you want to try to go for the OTK, you can bring out Zeal Gigas, Daigusto Phoenix, and a Monarch, OTK that way, because Phoenix will be able to attack twice. Or like if you bring out Ryza, make it to a Ryza and attack twice. It's broken. Triple Gachi. This deck runs a lot of level 2s. Like, as you notice, like Duke Frog, Gishki Abyss, and Gishki Vision, Swap Frog, and Ronin Totem are all level 2s, so it's pretty easy to get into Gachi or Daigusto Phoenix with this deck. So it's an easy Gachi in the deck. You got triple foot on Strike Balancer. Strike Balancer is just amazing in this deck. I mean, bring out 2 Monarchs, overlay for Balancer, your opponent tries to play an E-Dragon effect, nope, detach, negate, they take 1000 damage. Balancer is just broken. They try to go Big Eye, nope. Like I said, Balancer's pretty broke. Then you've got Slacker Magician. Now, I played Slacker Magician on one of my opponents while I had Gachi on the field, and it put Slacker Magician as a 2500 defense. And once per turn, this card cannot be disturbed in battle. During either player's turn, when a card or card effect is activated that targets this card, you can detach and negate the activation and destroy that card. So Slacker Magician is actually a really good card, and I never noticed it until now. I started playing it in this deck just because of the fact that you can get double Treeborn, like you have on your hand, you bring a Treeborn from the grave, normal Treeborn, instant Slacker Magician. And some people won't always remember Slacker Magician's effects, so they'll like activate like Dark Hole. Like, no, not Dark Hole because Dark Hole doesn't target, but they'll activate like Like, let's say you attack with Slacker Magician, well, they don't have anything. It's at like 600 because you have Gotchi. And they don't want to take that. They will probably play They may play Scrap Iron Scarecrow. You can negate it because Scrap Iron Scarecrow will target Dimensional Prison. It targets it, negate it, so on and so forth. And it's a big beater. Well, it's a big defender, so you can just basically summon Slacker and sit on it unless you're playing against E-Drag, so they'll just go Blaster and target, or they'll just go Blaster and pop it. But technically, actually, that would negate the Blaster. So Slacker Magician is pretty good and pretty useful. Then you've got Triple Submersible Carrier Arrow Shark. You'll never actually X season this because, as you can see in the deck list, there is no level 3s, but it is summonable via Bahamut Shark. And like I said, if you have Gotchi, it boosts it by 400, so it'll make it a 2300 rank 3 instant special from Bahamut, and Bahamut will be at 3k. So it's a great combo. And then for the OTK, Gustav Max. Some people would say use Trag, but you're playing frogs, you generally won't have anything in hand anyway. You're playing Gishkis, you won't have anything in hand really, so Trag really doesn't help very much in this deck. I mean, obviously the side deck is like I didn't post the side deck because you don't really need a side deck. But anyways, guys, that's basically how the deck works. The deck will get you over a lot of different things just because of the ways that this deck plays. It plays ways of Frog Monarchs, and it also plays Gishki. So it's really broke. I preferably enjoy it. Anyways, guys, this was the 10,000th video view special video, special deck profile. Let's try to get as many likes and rates on this video as we can. Show some love and support. This is all love and support for you guys, not for me. I'm not gonna get any real personal gain out of this, other than the satisfaction of that you guys are happy and that you guys have a pretty beastly OP Gishki Frog deck. I do have a lot of Monarch decks that I'm going to be deck profiling as well, so you will be able to check those out as well. They will be made after this video. Alright guys, see ya.